Hello, everyone. How are you doing? I am Coach Vet Jet, and I just want to say welcome to my channel. Tonight, we're going to have a great discussion. It's going to be about how career women are building careers without starting over. And this is so important because we're living in a time that people need something more, people need something different, but who has time to start over? And I want to show you a couple of things that you can do to help your career and to help you be global. So you're not stuck just to one place, and you're not stuck in the US, because a big push is women exiting the United States for a softer life and a softer landing. So if this is something that you're interested in, or you know another woman that's interested in this, please share, like, and follow. So do me a favor before we get started, hit the like button so that other women can see this video just like you, and then share this with someone else. And while you're coming in, make sure you say hello. I know it's been a while since we've spent time together, so I want to make sure that I say hello to you, and let me know where you're from. So if you're coming in the room, say hello, tell me where you're from. And then if you're, of course, in the future, let me know where you're from. Let me know how you're doing there in the future. So, yeah, so we'll get started. Let's give it a few more minutes. And it's funny because I'm streaming on two different platforms. So this is different because I have not streamed in this way in a minute. So it's going to be cool. So we'll see what happens here. Let's talk about it, right? Let's get into it. How can career women? Hey, let's see, a summer girl. I like that. Hey, a summer girl, from Indiana. Nice. I used to visit Gary, Indiana, a lot. When I was back in my day, I tell people I have like a million lives. So back when I was a flight attendant, I used to visit Gary, Indiana. No, I had a friend in Gary. Well, Fort Wayne, Indiana. That's where it was. Fort Wayne, Indiana. That's where it was. Hey, Nicole from West Virginia. Let's see. Have I been to West Virginia lately? Not lately. I don't remember if I've been into West Virginia lately. So yeah. All right. Well, welcome. And if you have questions, please pop them in the chat. I'll be happy to answer your questions. Hey, how are you doing from Louisiana, from the boot? Nice. Welcome. I love the boot. I have some friends that I went to school with some friends that are from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So yes, do you know how to make dirty rice? Or do you know how to make a good gumbo? I haven't made my gumbo for this season, and I really need to get on that. I'm a little bit behind. So yes, welcome everyone. Okay, so let's talk about it, right? Because it's something actually I really want to talk about this because I have been. You do? Oh, make me a gumbo. Okay, I'm gonna come to. I'm coming to New Orleans. We need to really do a meetup. I've been saying this. I promise you. We need to do a meetup. Maybe we'll do one this summer. Um, so yeah, maybe we'll do one this summer. Is it? Let me see. Let me put your name up here. Is it Mopic? Out of Louisiana. And did I say Nicole Evie 3749 from West Virginia? So let me tell you what I've been really thinking about lately. Am I on one? I don't know if I'm on one. Okay, there we go. This is what I've really been thinking about lately. Okay. Hey, Monica, how to be global, because I don't like to be stuck in one place. I'm getting older. I just turned 48. New Year's Day. So I'm getting older and I want to be global. So I was thinking about this because if you all watch Stephanie's channel, she was talking about the Exodus um on her channel on Saturday, and how she really feels like we are in the time of black women making an exodus out the country. And like she said, I remember she said that we're in the time now, but it's already in the past. Does that make sense? And so it got me is I've been really thinking about this. I'm gonna drop the video to her to the live that she did because it was really good. I'm gonna drop the video in the chat, and I need to drop it in this description as well. But she was talking about Black Americans mass exodus, and I really think of it from the woman's perspective, and I think about how can we make money, right, as career women. Oh, thank you. I look young. Thank you. I appreciate it. Everyone says that, and I'm gonna tell you about that too. Let me write that down. I'm gonna tell you about me looking young and how now I really appreciate it, and I didn't before, and how I can tell you about career movement, right? Career me looking young. So, but thank you. And people always say that. I promise, I'm marching hard toward them 50s, which I'm very excited about. I love getting older. But we'll talk something about that's what made me think of this, Monica, as well, because the older I get, I want to transition my career into a different space and place. And so when you look at building your career and how can you do that globally, and I'm going to talk from what I've been looking at. So you could tell me where you may want to go or how you want to build your career so you don't have to start over, right? So one of the things I've been looking at lately is Panama. I really, 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 really like have fallen in love with Panama. Trust me, you can ask my kids. I have fallen deeply in love with Panama. And it got me thinking about how can I ensure that I'm global in my business, in my career, in everything I do. So what's it called? Panama has what they call a pensionata residency, which means that you can retire if you have so much income coming in, whether, and it has to be income coming in that is a lifetime. So it can't end, but it has to be a lifetime, um, lifetime benefits, lifetime income. There we go. And so, like, if you're a disabled veteran and you're 100% permanent in total, then that will qualify for the pensionata visa. Or say you have Social Security that qualifies you for the pensionata visa, or say you have retirement. So those things just qualify you for retirement and that visa. But one of the things is that you cannot, if you get the pensionata visa, you cannot get a work permit and you can't work in that country. So that got me to thinking, what else can you do if you already have a career, if you have skills? Let me tell you, this is what I know for sure. So you could be a contractor. What you can do as a contractor is you could take all those skills that you built up over time and you could offer them as services. And I get this a lot of times in my last Scrum Master class, maybe about 2 months ago. There was one of the students in my class has tons and tons and tons of skills, and they were saying, well, how can I use my skills, how can I make more money? And that's the thing, you can offer your services as a package. You can offer your services, whatever you do now on your current job, you can do that. You could package that up and offer that out to organizations. And part of it is going to be networking with those organizations. One thing I recommend, so let's do it like in 3 steps. First of all, look at everything that you do now at your current job or that you've done at your current job, whether it's teaching, whether you do meetings, whether you're good at spreadsheets, whether you're good at data. What do you do now? And take that. And I always tell people, write it something like a resume, but it'll be considered like your job, right? And write everything down that you do, and especially that you do well, and that's easy for you to do. Write that down. Then in the other category, look at how can you offer this as a service, not as trying to get a job, but as a service. Then once you have your list of things you do extremely well that only you can do, then what can you do as a service? And then let me tell you, this is the clutch part that I think I really love. Get on LinkedIn and get on Indeed. And those places, hey, I don't want to mess it up. Is it Johnny Tolliver from Washington D.C.? Hello, how are you doing? If I didn't say it right, I apologize. Break it down for me. So what you do is you get on LinkedIn or you get on Indeed, and you look at those companies that are offering, that are have jobs posted for what you would do, right? And you match that with your skills. Then you reach out to them. And I would recommend this. Is what I I always tell my students this all the time. Start with a template. Please start with a template. Canva has the best templates. Start with a template. Get on Canva. You can get the the free version, or you can get the paid version. Get on Canva and look up business proposals and put everything that you do in a business proposal and send it out to those same people that have a job posted. Send them an email, and you can go on, especially on LinkedIn. They have who the hiring manager is, and they have people. um, so once you click on, let me go back. Once you click on the company, you can go to the company site on LinkedIn, click on people, and it will show you who's in that organization. Get you the decision maker, whether it's the HR manager, whether it's the training VP or director. Shoot them an email and shoot them the deck of the services that you're offering based on your skills and ability. And that's how you can market yourself globally, so that you don't have to be stuck on a 9 to 5, so that your skills go beyond the borders, right? So that's one way that you can do. Does that make sense? Drop me a line in the chat if that makes sense. Does that make, am I making sense right there? And I know it sounds like, I don't know if anyone has thought of, probably a few people have, right? Thought of offering what you do as a service, even if you're moving abroad. So I was looking up Panama today, right? That was one of my big things. I was on LinkedIn and I was looking up Panama. And one of my major, oh, good. It's okay, it's making sense. One of the certifications I teach is Scrum. People always ask me, how can I use this? How can I use this in other places? And I've only done it as a 9 to 5. But then I started thinking, as I was listening to Stephanie, watching Rashida, looking at other YouTube channels, when I was starting to truly research moving abroad, I'm like, hold on, if I retire, that would be really good. But like, what if I need some extra money? I'm like, how would I do this in another country, right? Whether it's Mexico, one of my big people love to go to Mexico, Portugal, Panama, Costa Rica. Those are, like, I think the top four that I've heard in my space with my clients, right? And so I've only moved abroad with the military. So I'm like, I don't know, until I started researching it myself to move abroad. And the thing about being a scrum master, you can look at these companies. I think Panama City had a few listings. You could look at those listings, see what companies are hiring for a scrum master. Then you send the hiring manager your deck. Puerto Vallarta. Oh yes, Puerto Vallarta would be beautiful. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, ooh. That'd be so gorgeous. So even Puerto Vallarta, right? Look up the organizations that are hiring for instance, a scrum master, and you send your deck as a contractor to those organizations. You can offer them probably a better rate. They don't need to give you benefits because you're your own company, your own entity. You can navigate that the way you want to. And this is what got me really to think. I was watching a man on TikTok, and he was talking about how he helps people get their residency, right? And he was saying that sometimes if you live out in the countryside of Panama, that the internet can be spotty because you're remote. I said, how are all these people working remote? Like, it really it really like got me to thinking. Then I was watching another channel, and I have to show you her video. I'm gonna send the video of the one I was watching on YouTube. And she kept saying that they invest in the country. Like, how are they investing in the country? I'm like so confused. And so I'm like, because I've never known anyone to work over. This is the expat files. So let me drop this in the chat too. I was watching the expat files, and there's this lady on there. She helps people get their residency. But she started it as her own business. She started it as her own business, y'all. Charlotte Van Horn. Has anyone ever heard of her? Charlotte Van Horn. She was on Macy Harwell's channel, and they were discussing the expat files. So has anyone ever heard of her? So I just dropped the link to her video in the chat. And so I said, how is she doing this? Because I think she has a retirement visa. or the retirement residency. But she started her own company over there, helping. No, she does tours. She does vacation tours, not or she does tourist tours, something like that. She does tours, but she started as her own company. So then that got me to thinking. That's how we become global, ladies. We become global by taking what we already do, what we already know, packaging it up as a business, and then offering our services. So even if you go like, oh, let me tell you, one of the places I know for sure has tons of Scrum Masters is in Portugal, because they have what they call um, agile gathering, no, Scrum gatherings, where all the agilists get together in like several different places in several different countries, and they like talk about agile stuff, Scrum stuff. It's a huge deal. It's a huge deal through Scrum Alliance. So, ladies, that's one way. One way that you can be global and you don't have to end your career. You don't have to start over. And because everyone's trying to find the easiest way to make money, right? Everyone's trying to find the easiest way to make money. Another way is offer your services for coaching. One thing I love about us as women, we understand one another. And sometimes you just need that person. I really believe strongly in life coaching. You just need that person that's going to help you talk through some things, that's going to help you work through what you're going through in life. Helps you when things feel a little bit heavy. So what you do is you take all those skills that you may have had in corporate America, that you may have had when you started a business in the past, and you take that skills and you offer it as a coaching service. You don't have to be a therapist, but you can be a coach. Maybe you can coach women in how to navigate a divorce, right? Several women, find themselves, especially after the kids have grown up, you find yourself after 20 years of marriage, you find yourself divorced, right? Or a coach of how to navigate teenagers, or the coach in how to move abroad with kiddos, right? Because that's like my big thing. I have a 15-year-old that I'm trying to convince to move abroad with me, and he's not hearing that. Well, I would love a coach that will help me do that, or help me find other young people in Panama that he can relate to, that he can relate with. So that's another thing. Take your skills and become a coach. Ooh, this is a good one. Ooh, yeah. This is a good one because I don't know if this resonates with anyone. Dr. Kamani, this I don't know. Do you all know Dr. Kamani? She talks about toxic jobs, and she talks about how to recover from toxic jobs. Ooh, being a coach, especially if you survived it, right? Being a coach of how to navigate bad jobs, bad environments, and how to heal from it, right? A big thing is, how do you heal after you've been in these challenging situations, after been in these challenging jobs. So that's another thing. So anyone have a place they want me to give them idea where they should move to? Not, I don't want to tell you where to move to, but an idea of what you do right now and how to package that up to make it your own business so that you could be global and you can build without starting over. That's the thing. I don't want us to have to start over, but I want us to build from where we are. Another thing, so if you've been with me a long time, you've heard of Scrum, you know about Scrum, and honestly, it's still the best thing. It's, to me, it's the best opportunity. Oh, I'm glad I said that out loud. It's the best opportunity for a really good six-figure career. So this is another thing, because I hear this a lot. Well, Coach Vet, I can't find Scrum jobs. Well, if you offer what you do as a service, what you can do is look up product owner. Oh, really? I got my project management cert and Scrum cert after a while. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh my goodness, that is so good. Oh, let's pop this up here. Yes, congratulations, congratulations. So you got the project management too. Oh, you're doing it. So oh my goodness, you have tons of opportunities. You can go either direction. So I'm gonna tell you what you can do with what you have. And that's the thing, you have three different at least three different lanes that you can go in. You can be a project manager. You can offer your services as a project manager, and you can offer your services like as a contracting project manager. You could do the same thing for being a scrum master. And because you understand project management and scrum, you could be a product owner. And it depends on what type of work you really want to do with that. So you have at least three lanes you can go into. I like that. And congratulations. Thank you for joining. Oh my goodness. That is so awesome. And you can even do that while you're here in the States, because there are so many organizations that need project managers, even if it's on a temporary basis. You could offer your services as a scrum master and as a project manager. You could also, one thing I've been telling my classes here of late, one, you can offer your services, especially the nonprofits. Nonprofits are a good lane. A lot of people overlook nonprofits, but that is a good lane to get into. You can also offer your services to do strategic planning. All organizations need a plan for the quarter, plan for the year. Nonprofits have strategic planning meetings, as well as corporate, right? Because in a lot of spaces, you have your quarterly planning, you have your yearly planning. So that's a great way to offer your services. Oh, so I love that. I love that. That's going to be awesome. You're currently, let's see. I'm currently taking a class in medical coding and billing on Coursera. I want to be an independent contractor. I think that's good because you did. Okay, I don't know much about the billing area, right? But I do know this. In several countries, of course, you have. I was in the army, so my thing is knowing where a VA hospital is. But for medical coding and billing, I know Panama, they have a VA, like a VA hospital, but it's not called the VA hospital, but it's where veterans can go to get service and support. So they probably have to have some medical coding and billing in the background. So I think, well, that's another great way to get into it as well. If you look at who provides medical services to veterans overseas, so then you can see who does their coding. You can offer your services. I like that. I like that idea. I like that idea. Let me know how that goes. Keep me posted. That's going to be exciting. That is going to be really exciting. I love that. Another thing I've been offering is QPR, mental health first aid. So those of you that have been with me for like a while now, those certifications I didn't have. I don't think I had them last year. I didn't. I didn't have them last year, but they're easy and they're simple. One thing I like about QPR. All right, so this is our is that I did two already. So this is our second way. So I don't agree, and I don't agree with people when they say don't get another certification. I think we should, especially if it aligns with what you want to do, because sometimes you don't have the certification you need to get you to the next point, right? So I offer the QPR and the mental health first aid certification. Both very simple certifications that are QPR is done in like 2 hours. Mental health first aid is done in 8 hours. I break that up over 2 days. But this is the thing about QPR and mental health first aid, right? Because it's global. We're talking global here, ladies. We're talking global. So once you get your QPR mental health first aid certification, you can then go ahead and be certified as an instructor. So that's just another course that you can take to become certified as an instructor. Then what you can do after you become certified as an instructor, because it's your own license and it's your own certification through the QPR Institute, through the mental health first aid, right? You go be an instructor. They give you all the resources, all the guides, and then you can offer it for yourself as an instructor. And mind you, QPR and mental health first aid are global. So let me tell you how you do that. Let me tell you how you do that, right? And how, because everyone always asks me, how does this all connect? So what you do is you offer your services as a scrum master. Then you go into organizations and offer scrum to the organization, mental health first aid, and QPR. That's what you do. That's what you do. Oh, you took all my classes. That is so awesome. Thank you so much. So now what you do, you package that up. You package that up with your project management. You package mental health first aid and your project management or your scrum as a package to organizations, so that as you're doing their project, you can also teach them mental health first aid from the perspective of how to make the team work better together, how to ensure that people are mentally healthy for their organization, for one another, and you tie that in to how they become better and make more money. That's how you take that as a package deal that you can offer to so many people. I love that. What else? Give me some more. Tell me some more. Let me see what we have here. What do you think? Do you really want to know what I think about AI? I want to tell you what I really think about AI, right? If people ask me that, you what? Hold on. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna come back to that. Oh my good. Oh, okay. I got something for that. Let me tell you about AI. I love AI. I'm gonna be honest with you. I absolutely love AI. I think it's one. I think it's like, to me, it feels just like Google. Google took a lot of people's jobs as well. Um, is there some things that have to be worked out? Yes, just like Google, right, when it first got on the scene. But I think once we know how to work with it, I think it's going to be fine. Is it going to take over some jobs? Yes. But actually, it's funny you said that, because last semester, I posed that same question to my principles of management class. And one student said it ain't taking over my job. And I love that, right? So it will take away what I would say jobs where you have to, some, I would say thought jobs and jobs where the machine can do it. But if you can learn how to become a co-pilot with the I think you have a way to pivot. And I think that's part of it as well. I'm always about the pivot, right? I'm always about the pivot. So what I would say is, if it does take over some jobs, do we have a backup plan in place? Do we have our businesses set up that we could package it with it, right? So I know for my Scrum Master class, when I first started teaching it, oh wow, okay, when I first started teaching it, I did not talk about AI in the classes. Now in the Scrum Master classes, I pull up AI. Hey, we getting into chat, and let me show you how chat is going to help you become better and stronger. I have a colleague that is a product owner, and they used to write everything by hand, all the stories, all the requirements. They used to write everything by hand, and they said we don't do that anymore. We use AI. So I think once we learn how to partner with AI and learn AI, who is his name? Oh man, not is it John? I think John Hope. I think does anyone know John Hope? Let me look him up over here. I think it's John Hope that I'm thinking of. He talks about AI. Yes, John Hope Bryant. Has anyone heard of him? I really like him. Has anyone ever listened to him or listened to his podcast? Or like listen to his content. I really like John Hope Bryant, because he talks about AI. He talks about the realities of AI and how he says, I think he says 90% of people don't know AI, are afraid of AI. So yeah, there's a certification in AI for Scrum Master. I'm telling you, it's here to, it's not going anywhere. It's here to stay. But we do need to pair with it, and we do need to learn how to work with it. But yeah, good point. Good point. Good point. You have a PhD in what? Oh, so yes, you know what? With a PhD, do you work in education now? Because what you can do, oh, let me tell you what you can do with that. You can offer your services abroad, and you could teach English as a second language as a contractor. So, and I'm telling you, I believe in strong certifications. So the next certification I'm going to get is the TEFL certification. TEFL is to teach English as a second language. And what they said I can do with it is contract. So say I do go to Panama, I can't work in the country, I can't get a work permit to work in the country, but I could be a contractor. So what you can do with pairing your education, oh my gosh, yes, you could do it now. You could teach English you could teach English online right now. And then you can contract that out to companies. You can contract that out to like corporate people overseas, where like if you want to move abroad, right? If you want to be global, that way you expand your global footprint. Oh my goodness. And then especially if you learn the language, and you can speak whatever their native language is, but also you could teach them. I think that is a good idea. You have several options. What other options do we have? Let's see. Someone said I failed the PMP on the first attempt, but now I want to get Scrum before circling back. Let me tell you, I never forget years ago I took when I first took I've taken several Scrum courses, and people always ask me that. I'm a big proponent of learn from multiple people, right? Um Oh my goodness. All right, we're about to talk some more. I'm coming down. I'm coming down the chat. Y'all are live tonight. Oh my gosh. I have missed this. I have really missed this. I'm so glad you all. Thank you for being here. I don't know if I told you all, but thank you for being here. This really, 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 really is supportive and makes me happy. And I really appreciate it. So yes, let me tell you, I was in a Scrum class with an instructor that had their PMP, and they said years ago, they said, forget this PMP, just get the Scrum. And honestly, they're right, because Scrum will teach you just as much as the PMP. Now, will it break down um like the cost and all and the budget and all that type of stuff? No, but the core, the premise of it is still going to be the same. Like they have project agile project management, so it's not as intense, it's not as labor intensive, it doesn't have as much paperwork and documentation, but you're still using Jira, you're still using Confluence, you're using Trello, depending on your organization, you're still creating tickets, you still have a timeline, you still have some budget. So there's so many things that Scrum can like lead you into. And honestly, when I got my first project management job, I got it because I had I'm with you on that. I got the project management job because I had my Scrum certification. And it was much easier. Instead of doing like a charter and the Gantt chart, I'm like, oh, that's so much, so much. It was just easier and it was lightweight. So I say go for it. And to that point, I'll give you my website, because it is that time, y'all. Let me tell y'all, that's a whole nother video. I need to tell you all about what's been happening in my life. I promise you, God be working things out in mysterious ways. And every time I think, oh no, I'm gonna do something different, God be like, no, you're gonna do this. I'm like, okay, fine, okay, fine. So let's see. And so this one right here, I have English as a second language. Also, who do you have yours through? It's you have the TESOL certification. And that was going to be, okay, this is my two questions. If someone knows, drop it in the chat. What is the best company to go through? Yeah, that's what the question is. So Nicole has that question too. What is the best company to use for the TEFL certification? The one I just had a meeting last week with ITA. I think they're a little pricey. I've seen them on Groupon's for like is it ITA? What is it? International. What is it? Oh, let me see. And it was chat told me ITA, yes. Chat told me it was one of the most highly regarded. So last week, and they were really nice. I looked up ITA International TEFL Academy. No, that's not it. I think it's ITA. Yeah, ITA. I think it's ITA. Why can't I find it? Of course, I'm gonna find it later on tonight. If someone has someone they went through, who'd you go through? Who'd you go through to get it? Monica, who'd you go through to get yours? Yeah, I think it was ITA that I yes, ITA is who I'll I had a call with. They were really nice. They were very, very nice. Kind of expensive, but they do have military discounts. I like that. The internet. Oh, International Council. I went to the International Council of Online Educational Standards. Huh? How was that? Did you like it? Do you like it? And did they have an agency? Did they have an agency? International. Let me type it in here because I will forget. Council for Online Education. I like that. And do you teach now? I teach a lot of international students. Actually, at both colleges I teach at. Okay. So I feel like I already have that experience and I really enjoy it. And I think it's so interesting that they're trying to get over here, we're trying to get over there, wherever over there is. And so I think it's so funny. And watch, I have people there from Panama because Panama is my big thing. Panama. Oh, yes, they should. Okay. I'm looking international. No, I typed in international accreditation. All right, y'all. Monica, do you recommend it, Monica? Do you recommend it? Do you recommend going through them? Oh, you teach online at the university? Nice. Yes, okay. She says yes, everyone. She recommends it. So you do you teach English online at the university? This is getting juicy, y'all. I have to find that. Why can't I find it? International Council for Online Educational Standards at a university. Okay. Oh, you teach English? Oh, your degree, your doctorate is in English. Okay, I got you. So do you teach foreign students or you just teach like is it an American university? I guess I'm like, oh, education class. Okay, I like it. I like it. I like it. So we have a recommendation, y'all. We have a recommendation. So we have options, right? We have options. We have options to become global and to take our skills abroad. Oh, you teach education leadership. Oh, nice. Oh, I love that. I love educational leadership. I think it's a cool degree. It's very close to my strategic leadership degree. And I said, I don't know why I didn't do that one. Maybe because I wasn't in academia at the time. So I'm looking over here. So I'm like, but I love leadership, so I get it. So I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna look that up. So what other location, what other questions do we have about how we can become global, how we can take our skills to other places? So we looked at a couple of things, right? You can take your skills. I'm telling you, write down everything that you do at work. Write it down, write it down, write it down. Then find where that fits into what someone is offering online. Like I tell people all the time, what got me thinking in this mindset is because of the Scrum certification I offer. And everyone always asks me, well, how do I do this overseas and how do I do it remotely? That's the question right there that I keep getting asked. How do I do this remotely? I've only done it in the United States, but I know that it's global. And that's the thing until I started like really researching moving abroad, it was like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Offer this as a service. Offer this as a service. I said, so that makes sense. So that's the way you can get a remote job overseas as a contractor, right? Not necessarily going through someone else, but offering your services up as the contractor through your organization. And so I think everyone needs um a business, right? Everyone needs other streams of income and other ways to look at what we already do, besides just the regular 9 to 5 and how we do it right now. Okay, and said they are basically the same. Okay, okay. I'm glad you told me that. So, Monica says that a friend of hers went to another certification class online, and she said they're basically the same. Well, that makes sense. So I might just try my hand at the one on Groupons for the TEFL certification. So we're circling back to the TEFL because we're talking about how to be global. And I'm glad we keep saying that. This is what I'm supposed to tell you too. A lot of people keep asking me, well, how do I work abroad? This is what you do. Let me tell you how you, one, use the Scrum Master certification, QPR certification, and mental health first aid certification, because they all count as teaching experience, right? One, the Scrum Master certification is good because you know how to facilitate, you know how to time manage, you know how to manage people, right? Adult learners, because you're teaching them something, you're working with them. And then QPR mental health first aid, if you go and be an instructor, which I think you should, I really do, that's another way to gain experience as an instructor. So when they're going through the resumes of people they want to hire to teach English as a second language, because you have your TOEFL certification, you've already taught. And that way you build up, you strategically build your resume to be able to teach online, teach abroad, offer your services, offer your service itself to be a contractor, right? Because you have a certification where you know how to facilitate, you know how to navigate challenging conversations, tough people. You do QPR and mental health first aid. So that way you know how to instruct. So that way you can do it all for yourself. And that way you build up your skills, you build up the knowledge base of how to teach people. Does that make sense? How does that land with y'all? Do y'all see the possibilities of how to build yourself a global career without starting over? Having options, having the opportunity to pivot, having the opportunity to change if you want to and need to. And I'm glad I said that out loud. So when you teach English as a second language, you don't just have to do it in the schools, you can do it online. So you can truly be in another country and teach English as a second language online. So that way you still don't have to leave your house, but you still have money coming in. And then if you want to, you're offering your other services as well. And you're offering those all online. And there you have a global career where you're not limited, right? Because a lot of people get in careers where they're limited to one place, one option, and their skills aren't transferable throughout the globe. But this way you can truly transform your skills into other places. And another thing, a lot of educators, I've had some educators that have been out of work and they're trying to find jobs. Teach English online as a second language, and you could teach it to corporations because you already have that teaching experience. So that gives you so many different opportunities and so many lanes that you can be in, where you can truly have options, right? It's really, ladies, about options. I'm glad I said that. So if you're looking, you're like, well, vet, I still don't. And this is the thing, you may not see it listed because some people don't know that they need your service until you tell them, and until you identify their pain, until you identify the problem, until you identify the solution that you bring. So that is a great way that you can offer your services. So just because you don't see it doesn't mean that the problem doesn't exist, and doesn't mean that they don't need you. Sometimes you have to show people that they need you, and sometimes it's just about offering people. Sometimes it's about offering people. Nicole says, I'm retired and looking forward to being girl. Nicole, I can only tell you what God has been speaking to me. When I tell you, he's been like, on, like, which side is right? On my right shoulder, right? And he be like, vet, come on now. So I understand that. And congratulations on retirement. Oh, girl, I know that's a good feeling. I know that's a good feeling. And being self-employed, I think we don't put enough value and respect on that. Because what I can tell you, in just building my own business, building a business ain't for the weak. Like building a business ain't for the weak, and being self-employed is not always as glamorous as they want to make it seem and sound. So I think it's a great thing that you're doing. Nicole, take whatever skills that you had in your job that you retire from, and see if you can make that into a business and incorporate that into what you already do and how you already do it. I think that would be like a fantastic way to build on what you already done. So you don't have to do it like, so you don't have to start from scratch. Nobody wants to start over. Nobody wants to like have to start from the bottom. You know how that song says, "Start." We started from the bottom. Now we're here. No one needs to start from the bottom. No one should have to start from the bottom. You should start from where you are. All right, ladies, we're almost at time. Oh my, I've enjoyed this. I'm telling you, I think Monday is going to be my new day. I think I've said this before. Monday is going to be my new day. I don't know what's in my hair. Monday's going to be my new day for coming on. If you have ideas or thoughts that you would like for me to share, let me know. I'll be happy to do some coaching here. Um, I will this. Oh, I'm glad it has been so helpful. I'm glad it has been helpful, Nicole. Just because I want us to have ideas, I want us to have options, and I want us to have opportunities, right? Opportunities that really expand where we are so we don't feel stuck. Because a lot of times our best life can be in another place. And we can't be afraid to step out into that other place so that we can truly receive a blessing. I think 2026 is the year of the blessing. I really do believe that. And so I think it's high time that we all truly get the blessing that we need and deserve. Oh, and I'm glad I'm saying this out loud. So what I do want to tell you is that the Scrum Master Workshop is open. So if you haven't had a chance to get in on that, get in on it. Get in 2026, because this is a great thing, you guys. I'm offering the 3 certifications: the Scrum Master certification, QPR certification, and mental health first aid certification. 3 certifications by the 1st of February, right? Because I'm doing them all the last week of January. So I had to kind of shuffle my schedule around. But you can have 3 certifications in less than 10 days. In less than 10 days. And so this is what I'm offering. This is what I'm offering for the next 48 hours. I need to send an email about this. For the next 48 hours, for those that sign up in the next 48 hours, they will be able to join me for all those days for a VP session. I like to call it Coaching After Dark. It's a VP session every night for 1 hour. We can go through your resume. We can answer your particular questions, but it's only going to be for the next 48 hours for those that would like to join. If you haven't joined my programs before, let me know. That is the website right there that you can sign up. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. So you can sign up for the next 48 hours only. You'll be able to get in Coaching After Dark for free. After that, of course, there will be a price for that, but I want you to get in while the getting is good. Let me post a link to the, and it's going to be in the description. So these links are in the description as well. Let me post in the chat just in case you need to grab it. But yes, Scrum Master, we're back on it. We are back. Really wanting to help people grow, help people get to where they want to be in 2026. Thank you, Monique. I appreciate that. Are you? Oh, you said, are you inspired? You are. Oh, I am. Thank you. I appreciate that. I need to finish my classes tonight. Oh my goodness. So I need to finish like both of my classes tonight, so I can get that on the good foot. All right, ladies. Well, I'm gonna hop out of here. I'll be back on next Monday for another topic. If you have a topic in mind, let me know. I would love to talk about something that may cater to you, maybe do some coaching. I remember last year I did some coaching live, which was a lot of fun. So maybe we could do that again. So let me know what you would like to talk about. But I do want you to move abroad, be global. And honestly, tell another friend that you know that needs opportunities, needs expand their career globally, because just because you're moving abroad may not mean that you're ready to, stop working or stop your career. And it may also mean that you need money while you're there, right? This is a great way to do it. So do me a favor, share, like, and follow. And like I said, the Scrum Master Workshop is open. QPR is open. Mental Health First Aid is open. And we are going to do it. So it's a great opportunity to get certified with 3 easy certifications in 2026 that truly can lead to you having a global career, can lead to you having 6 figures, and just opens up the world of possibilities, because the possibilities are endless and the possibilities are out there for you. But I'm Coach Vet Jet, and I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate you being here. You have no idea how much this has truly blessed my life. It's truly blessed my life. And you can always visit us and all of our offerings at vetjet.com, www.vetjet.com. And until next Monday, I might be on this week. I might do it another one, but I will most definitely have another live on next Monday, same time, same channel. So I hope to see you there. Have a good night, my friends. Love you all. And make sure, if you're in the future, make sure you just pop in a hello, pop something so we can say hello to you. All right. Have a good one, everyone. Bye for now.